This is a short exercise that you can do lying down on your bed or lying down on the floor over a padded surface. But the idea is that you have something that you can do for those moments when you're feeling very stressed, or maybe you woke up in the middle of the night and you're not being able to go back to sleep. We're going to be doing some movements with our tongues, and for this you want to use the minimum support for your head as possible. Ideally, you don't want to use a pillow or nothing at all, but if that's uncomfortable for you, then you can fold a towel and put behind your head. And to your comfort, I'll also suggest you have something to put behind your knees, so you can place your head pillow behind your knees so that your legs are a little bit bent and your back is relaxed. So once you're ready, lying down on your bed, you start to sense and feel your contact with your support, the parts of your body that are resting more fully on your bed. And then gently bring your attention to your face. Notice how your face is right now, if there is any tension anywhere, maybe around the sides of your mouth or your jaw. Just notice. And then also bring your attention to your eyes now, around your eyeball, each side on your right side, and around your eyeball on your left side. And now think about your lower jaw, your teeth on your lower jaw, the first two front teeth on your lower jaw. And there is the front part of your teeth and the back part of your teeth. So slowly bring your tongue to touch the back part of your lower teeth, the front lower teeth. So that's the lingual aspect of your mouth, so the part of your tooth that it's closer to your tongue. And very gradually you start to slide your tongue behind your teeth towards your right. Slowly and gently, just feeling this back part of your tooth. So each tooth until you get all the way towards the right side of the back of your teeth. And then you return, sliding your tongue forward all the way to the middle. You can rest for a moment here. And then again, you place your tongue in the back of your first two front teeth on your lower jaw. And then you start sliding towards your right, sensing and feeling the shape of your tooth, of each tooth, not worrying too much about any detail, and then returning to the middle and rest for a moment. And you can let your mouth be a little bit open, soft, comfortably open. And then again, move your tongue towards the back part of your tooth, the part that it's closer to your tongue, right in the middle. So your front tooth, but the back of your front tooth. And then very gradually you start to slide your tongue now towards your left side, feeling each tooth slowly until you get to the back, and then you return, sliding the tongue over the left side of the back of your tooth all the way to the middle. You can pause for a moment and repeat this. Each time you repeat this, see if you can notice something new. Maybe a shape that you didn't notice before. And you don't need to take your tongue all the way back. So just go towards where is comfortable for you. No strain and no rushing. And then rest your tongue. Rest your attention for a moment. And notice if you sense any differences now in the musculature around your mouth and jaw, or your cheeks. And then bring your tongue to touch the back side of your upper teeth. The first two front tooth, you bring your tongue right there on the back of the front tooth, and you start to slide your tongue gently and slowly towards your right. Feeling the shape of each tooth and which part of your tongue is touching your tooth, your teeth. And then you return to the middle and you repeat that. And you take breaks, you take pauses as much as you need. So if you feel a hint of a strain, you just pause for a moment and then you return to taking your tongue over the right side of the back of your teeth, feeling how as you move your tongue, different parts of your tongue will touch your tooth. And then you return to where you started. If you need, you can pause for a moment, letting your breath be normal. You can bring your hands to rest over your belly, feeling how when you inhale, your belly comes forward. And then when you're ready, you start to bring your tongue now towards the left side of the inner part of your tooth, so the back part of your tooth. So you start with your tongue on the upper palate, touching the back of the front tooth, and gradually sliding your tongue towards your left side. Only what's easy. And then you return to the middle. And once again, you slide your tongue over towards the left side of the part of your tooth that is closer towards your tongue. And then you rest. Maybe at this point you are already asleep, which is totally fine. Now think about the front part of your tooth on your lower jaw and bring your tongue to touch the front of your front tooth on your lower jaw. And very gradually start to slide your tongue over towards your right, feeling the front part of your teeth now. How different it is, the front part of your teeth from the back part of your teeth. So now the part of your teeth that is close to your mouth, and then towards the right side, it's closer to the inside part of your cheek. And then you return to the middle slowly. And if you find that any shape, texture feels interesting, you can go a little bit slower there, relaxing your mouth. And then you return to the middle and you rest. See if you can rest your shoulders more, your hands, your legs. And then again, bring your tongue to touch the front part of your two front teeth on your lower jaw, which is the labial surface of your teeth. the part that is in close contact with your lips. And now you start to slide your tongue towards your left, tooth by tooth, not worrying about being very detailed, but just sensing and feeling how your tongue slides over the front of your tooth towards your left, and then you return to where you started. You can take a pause, rest, or you can go back again, once again towards your left, sliding your tongue on the front surface of your teeth, on your lower jaw. Maybe you can reach your tongue all the way towards your left molar, if that's comfortable for you. And then you return to the center, to where you started, and you rest. And now think about your upper jaw, the first two teeth on the upper jaw, and place your tongue in the front part of your teeth. So your tongue is in between your teeth and your lip. And slowly you start to slide your tongue towards your right. Now traveling with your tongue on this upper quarter of your mouth. And then you come back to where you started. You rest your tongue, or you can continue one more time, sliding your tongue over towards your right until you get close to your molar, or maybe your wisdom tooth, if you have one. Only if that's comfortable, and then you return. Pause. Let your tongue rest. And then return by placing your tongue in the front part of your front teeth on your upper jaw. And now sliding your tongue in front of your tooth towards your left side. So your tongue will be first in between your front teeth and your lips, and then as you go towards your left, the tongue is in between your cheeks, the inside part of your cheeks, and your teeth. And then you return to the middle and you rest. Notice the muscles around your face, your mouth, your jaw. And now bring your tongue to the lower part of your teeth on the top part of your tooth. So from the middle, you place your tongue, the part that it's comfortable for you, probably the tip of your tongue, and you start sliding your tongue towards your right, slowly noticing how when you're sliding your tongue on the surface of your tooth, on this top surface, it's pretty different from the front surface or the back surface. You might be noticing how the shapes are different. You go back towards your right side. Maybe you can reach your tongue all the way towards your molar or your wisdom tooth, if that's comfortable for you. And then you return to the middle. And you can repeat that, or you can rest. And now from the middle, on the lower part of your teeth, on the top surface of your tooth, you place your tongue there and start to slide your tongue now towards the left side of your teeth, of your mouth. Feeling the differences between your teeth, how some are more wide, some are more pointy and thinner. You go back and forth, maybe twice, or you can take a rest in the middle between each repetition. Keeping your breath flowing naturally, easy. And now bring your tongue on the upper part of your teeth, on the top surface of your upper teeth, right in the middle, feeling how this part is pretty thin, and gradually you start to slide your tongue over towards the right side of your cheek. Maybe you can feel with your tongue all the way towards your molar, and then you return. And again, sliding your tongue gently, only to the extent that it's comfortable for you. No strain. And then from the middle, now you start to slide your tongue towards the other side, towards your left side, sensing how the surface of your top teeth feels. Some parts are more wide, some parts are thinner. And you go towards the left and come back to the middle a couple of times. No rushing. Just making this movement very yours. And it's so obvious, this exercise, that you can really make it yours. And then you rest. Rest your mouth, your jaw, your tongue. And feel how the muscles around your face are right now compared to the beginning of this exercise. Any new sensation around your face, your neck, your shoulders. And you can repeat this exercise whenever you want. You can even do this standing up at your desk or washing the dishes. And that's it for this lesson. Thank you.